Hello, I'm Don Anderson. Thanks for joining me tonight on Legends, Women Who Inspired the World. Tonight we'll meet 4 women whose names will be forever etched in water. Although controversial, their efforts have blazed the path for billions and billions of women. Tonight you'll meet the first U.S. synchronized swimming team. America in 1926, the height of the Jazz Age. It was a year of new beginnings. First flight over the North Pole. First public demonstration of television. And the first known use of water ballet. The center of the excitement was at New York's Hippodrome, where mermaids marveled audiences with their beautiful synchronized routines. That's where swimmers Rita Barbone, Ruthie Elston, Barbara Moore, and Pearl Davies first performed together. Their immediate chemistry and competitive drive convinced them that they had what it took to be champions in synchronized swimming. Unfortunately, Pearl left the team early to join the Ziegfeld Follies. A little-known swimmer, Bernadette Peterson, soon stepped in, and the team was set for greatness. In 1928, after 2 years of training, the team qualified as the first ever United States synchronized swimming team. Some called it a long shot. Rita was a compulsive eater. Ruthie was blind. Barbara, a chain smoker who enjoyed a frequent martini. And Bernadette was Bernadette. They saw themselves as underdogs.
The Olympics was good. I like the swimming for free. And the men. And the drinks.
My favorite part of going to the Olympics was the smell of people and the cheering of the crowds and the whiskey, good whiskey over there. And but
I had such a lovely time at the Olympics. It's hard to say what my favorite part was. You know, they had that full-service cafeteria and dining room that I really liked. And you know, all different varieties of food for all the people that were there. You know, Japanese and Chinese and Mexican and American and Thai and Japanese and Mexican and Thai. Quite a variety.
The team debuted the lifts and kicks that now define the sport. The Wham Bam Thank You Fan Wave. The Circle of Friendship. And their signature, the Light My Ciggy, I Have an Addiction. But the judges were harsh, and so was the competition. The Soviet Union. These comrades had trained together since their infancy, mastering the egg beater kick in the womb. Ruthless, they would accept nothing but gold. Despite the superior technical skills of the Soviets, the Americans pushed through, and the rivalry remains today.
The Russians. They cheated America out of glory. But what matters is, I don't know if you remember, but we did get to the moon first. God bless America only.
In the end, the Soviets were the least of the American team's worries. The trouble began when the synchronization was lost due to Ruthie's blindness.
I don't think of it as a disability. I don't think of it as a problem, and I think of it as way to express my feelings in a different way. I can't make up my own decisions about what I'm gonna wear, but I can
Rita's obsessive eating also earned the team a penalty after an empty can of green beans was found in the bottom of the pool.
People used to think I had an obsession with eating. Crazy. People gotta eat to survive. You know, I eat just like every other normal person there is. Everybody's gotta have 4 to 5 meals a day and a couple of snacks in between. I don't think that's abnormal. I tend to look at this picture while I'm eating and think how much fun we used to have and how some of us had to start reducing because of all the eating. And, you know, sometimes I wish those days were back. But life goes on. And it does.
Barbara's smoking earned an additional penalty. The punishment is still a subject of contention with her today.
Look, when I was penalized for smoking, that was when there was a man in charge. He was trying to keep the women from being equal. And this was the same man who didn't want the women voting on the panels. So we smoked, I smoked in the water, and now I vote. Still vote on the panels. So, that penalty, I voted against that penalty once I got the right to vote about my penalties.
And then there was Bernadette. Although her teammates loved her, they knew something wasn't quite right. And that's when the team was penalized for gender violation. It shocked them all, except for Ruthie. Sadly, Bernadette passed away in August 2012.
I really liked Bernadette's scratchy face. She was a real good friend of mine. When she hugged me real tight. Not as skinny as the other girls. Had a different smell about her, too. She was my favorite.
I miss Bernadette. She was a laugh. We used to dress up old Ruthie. We'd put makeup on her, take her out to the speakeasies and tell her she looked beautiful. We looked beautiful. She looked like a clown. The boys were all over her. She thought it was because she looked good. Because she looked like a freaking train wreck. That's what I miss about Bernadette.
Oh, Bernadette, the first to go. That was quite sad. They had a lovely buffet at her funeral.
The team was eventually disqualified from competition and proved to be such an embarrassment to the sport that synchronized swimming was banned from the games. It did not become an official Olympic sport again until 1984. As for the swimmers, they went on to live happy, fulfilling lives.
I got knocked up immediately. After the Olympics, I had babies. I love them all. I have a great grandbaby. She got me this pin because she plays soccer. And I guess the teddy bear goes with soccer because it's a children's sport. It's not real athletics. I say, Julia, that's not a real sport. But you should play it because you like it. I watch my grandkids play sports all the time, but only one got me a pin about it.
Ruthie, you fell asleep again. Let's wheel you back to your room for a more comfortable nap, okay?
Hi, Ruthie.
Hi. Hi, Mary.
Say hi, Mary.
Hi, Mary. Who's Mary?
Rest of my life after I was done synchronized swimming, I spent journeying around Africa, Antarctica. What was the question?
Had myself a couple of kids, about 10 actually. I was quite a businesswoman too. You see, I opened up my own restaurant in my dining room. So you see, people came in to my dining room and ate the food in my dining room, and whatever was left over, I helped myself to. You don't want to throw things away when you've lived through the Depression. You know, as I've gotten older, it's gotten more difficult to open things. That's why I've considered moving into a full care facility with a cafeteria. Gotta drain the water. It just drips. Don't wanna waste any of that. Let's just save this for the, oh, one on the floor. Oh. You're here, so I won't eat that one.
Although their journey was inexplicably bizarre, Rita, Ruthie, Barbara, and Bernadette inspired a generation of women. I'm Don Anderson. Thanks for joining me on Legends. We'll see you next time.